But I have one more stop I want to make. One more. What do you say? Morning, driver. Happy Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. You might remember a couple weeks ago when we were on San Juan Island, Amy got sick. Amy, unfortunately, came down with something, and she no feel good. No feel good. Well, guess who's sick now? Ugh. Anyway, you ever wonder what it'd be like to just run local all week? Sometimes I really do too. And this week we're going to find out. We've got local work to do. We're going to be home every night this week. And we got to run across town, well, about 45 minutes away and go pick up some material. And I'll explain it out to you on the road. Let's get going. Fire in the hole. Been a couple days. Oh, yeah. Good boy. Good boy. My name is Jupiter. I drive a truck. I own the truck I drive, and that's why I called my company Jupiter Trucking. Join me, and I'll take you along on some of the different things I end up doing to make a buck with a truck. Well, we have a problem. There's two stoplights between Fallon and Fernley, and one of them has accidents very regularly, and here we are. Traffic is stopped and there's a car sideways in the middle of the road. This may slow down our day. In fact, if you look at this billboard right here, they're supposed to be building a bypass from this stoplight over to Interstate 80. Traffic through here has gotten ridiculous. It says coming in 2026. They haven't turned a shovel full of dirt yet. And this is why we're going to build a bypass. Looks like they were able to get everything off to the side easily enough. That took about 30 minutes. I am usually pretty bulletproof when it comes to catching colds and being sick. And I was for almost 2 weeks. And then by golly, it caught me. Haven't really felt sick. All kinds of coughing and hacking. So, forgive me if I cough and hack. Today I'm headed up to the Nightingale area. Now, as the crow flies from my house, it's only about 25 miles. But since there's no way to fly like a crow in this big red truck, we gotta go the roundabout way, which is about 45 miles. And then that's where we got stuck in traffic along the way. These are the Nightingale Mountains over here. It's just a small, short range, and there used to be a tungsten mine. Tungsten was discovered out there in the early 1900s, but it's been closed since the 50s. There was a mill and some stuff out there, but no ghost towns, no houses. There's some geothermal, a geothermal plant out there, and a food processing, an onion dehydrating plant out there, where they use the hot water to dehydrate onions. Don't ask me how, it's just what they do. And there's truckloads and truckloads of onions that come into here and then leave here in a powder. However it works, whatever, that's where we're going. But we're going to a giant solar field that they're building out here. Gigantic. I've heard about it. Never been there. Today's going to be a first for that. And we're picking up some solar panels and taking them to a recycler in Silver Springs. Haven't been there. That's what I've been told. We're supposed to do 2 of these today. The accident has set us back, and by golly, I need to get 2 of them done. So it's going to be a challenging, quick day. I hope everybody stays open long enough for me to get this done. But we're almost there. We're going to make it. I do have some work for tomorrow. Be picking up some foam insulation panels in Fernley and taking that down to another mine in Dyer, where I took that backhoe a few weeks ago. And then Thursday, I've got the concert stage to move. And Thursday afternoon, I'm taking off out of town. So we've got a lot to do. wasn't sure if I was at the right spot, but I am. Now I just need to wait for somebody to come and escort me out to where I am picking up broken solar panels, broken glass, and taking it to a recycler in Silver Springs. We'll figure this out as we go. It's the first time for everything. Still need to try to get 2 today, and they said they quit around 3. So we'll see. That just took a minute. Let's go get our stuff. Interesting. Just passed a group of about 8 construction workers, all in a circle, standing all in a circle and doing their stretches. It's 11:40 in the afternoon. Must be lunchtime stretches, making room. You know, when I did construction in my younger days, that was never a thing. It's a pretty big thing now. A lot of these guys say they can't unload me until they've done their safety meeting, stretches, warm up, jumping jacks, and had their Cheerios and ready to go for the day. And now I sit in the truck while they load me. It's a very windy, yucky day. Safety first. I'm not allowed out of the truck while they load me. The guy just brought up a safety checklist and warned me that this is uneven ground, and to mitigate that hazard, we're going to try to load on even ground. Good job. Let's get to it. That was one of about 8 things that was listed here, and nothing can happen until that is completed and signed, every load. Sometimes safety has a reason, but sometimes safety is dumb. Okay, I'm all loaded and tied down. That took a little bit of time. It's 1:15 right now. They go home at 3:30. Doesn't look like I'm gonna make it back here a round trip in 2 hours. I just don't see that happening. So, I guess I just get 1 load today. It's unfortunate, but I guess it's better than nothing. Look at those gigantic solar fields. Wow. Under construction. So these are broken, damaged solar panels, and it's basically glass. The guy told me they have about 20,000 damaged or broken solar panels. And I said, whoa, how many total panels are there out here on this job? And he said, 1.2 million. So, whoa, that's a big job. I've been called to do this job a few times, 3 or 4 or 5 times, but he always calls the same day. And I'm either busy, not available, not in town, whatever it is, or just can't make it, have other plans. It just worked out today, but when he called at almost 9 o'clock, I wasn't ready to walk out the door. And it was 10 before I left home, and then that accident. It is what it is. We're about back to the freeway. This unpaved road is very well maintained. And now that there's a little weight on the truck, it's just super smooth. No complaints there, at least. Let's see how much this weighs. $66,000 on the money. Piece of cake. Boy, the wind is making it hard to mess with straps today. Sure is blowing. So look how thin these panels are. This is one panel. That is literally as thick as my window in the truck. Probably thinner than a glass in your home. This is 2 and this is 2. I don't have much experience with solar panels at all, and I always thought, or I remember them being a lot thicker. I'm sure technology has come a long way, but kind of neat. I think I'm about ready for summer. And our lightweight is 33.4. That's a little heavier than the last time I weighed this truck. When I first got this trailer going, it was 32,000 and change. So I've added 1,000 pounds of junk to this truck. Junk in the trunk. That's it. We've wrapped the day up. We just got 1 done. It would have been nice to get 2 done, but it is what it is. So we're just about 20 minutes from home. Go home and we'll hit it again in the morning. All right, see you guys then. Morning. We ready for it? It's about the crack of 8:30 here. It's raining. I did not expect it to rain. I know the wind blew yesterday, but it's been really odd weather this year. All right, we're here in Fallon, and we're gonna go back to Fernley, and we're gonna load, and we're going to go to Dyer. Again, I hauled the backhoe down to Dyer a couple weeks back. I hadn't been to Dyer in years. Since like 2019 was the last time I'd been to Dyer, and now I'm going twice in a month. That's the way this business works. It's really kind of strange. So let's go get some foam insulation put on the truck, and we're gonna take it to a mine in Dyer. Let's go. Man, can you believe this weather? I find it pretty hard to believe myself, but maybe it's normal for some folks, but it's unusual for me. Around here in the desert, we just don't get much rain. Usually it's in the 90s by now. Yep, got the heater running and everything. Well, that looks like it there on the left. We're at the right place. Get to work inside. That's nice. He asked me if I was going to tarp it. No. I said, man, this is going to make a mess. I asked if it was used, and he said it's just been sitting around for a while. But apparently the place that bought it got it for about 1/4 of the price. So what they get is what they get. Works for me. I'll just try to clean up as much of the plastic as I can, because not much of this is going to make it. That's all she wrote. So it turns out this is really just kind of a yard sale load. This is leftover construction material from when they built something here. And they just sold it to the mine, and they're going to use it for something, or not, or just scrap it. So this is just a one-off kind of a deal. Hire a truck to move it. That's fine. I mean, that would explain why I've never been here before, but cool, let's go get it off. Would you look at that? Look at all the fresh snow on the mountains. It's May 27th, and we've got fresh snow. Well, I just got a hold of my contact out there at the mine, and they're expecting me. It should be a pretty quick unload. On the bright side, it's been snowing out there too. He said they got a dusting and to expect to go playing in the mud. Yeah, so we're gonna get the truck a little dirty today. We could do it, obviously. I've been out to hundreds of mines, and I used to work out at the mines, and part of the reason I left working out at the mines is because it was so dang dirty all the time. But anyway, we're gonna make it, but be prepared to play. Well, I'm about to drive through the little town of Mina. I mean, there's tons of history out here. And I decided that the little town of Mina you might find pretty interesting, because it's, for a little tiny town, it has some pretty bizarre history. And it's kind of neat, noteworthy. First of all, I'm going to take a second and drive through town. There you go. Population of about 127 as of the last census. Now, the town was founded in 1905 as a junction point where different railroad lines met, including the Tonopah and Goldfield Railroad, Southern Pacific Railroad, and the narrow gauge railroad that ran over Montgomery Pass down into the Owens Valley there near Bishop. So since this was a junction point for so many railroads, both standard gauge and narrow gauge, there were a lot of repair shops, a machine shop, and even a 10-stall roundhouse where they would turn trains around. The narrow gauge railroad that ran from here, actually it ran from near Carson City, but it stopped here and then over the mountains into the Owens Valley near Bishop, was known as the Slim Princess. Now, that train moved so slow that hunters would shoot game out the windows, and they had time to jump off the train, run and fetch their game, and run back to the train and get back on. So, one guy described it as either being 300 miles too long or 300 years too early. It was quite an attraction from what I understand. And they allowed Native Americans to ride for free on the railroad as long as they rode on top of the cars. So there's that. So while the railroad was extremely important to Mina, and there's very little of it left, the last station in the area closed in the mid-'80s, and there's not even any tracks that go through here anymore. It's kind of interesting, and most of the buildings and shops are gone and kind of lost to history. So while the railroad was obviously a very important piece of Mina history, Mina has one other very kind of unusual claim to fame. In 1921, 2 Chinese immigrants committed a murder in a laundry here in Mina. They were convicted and sentenced to death, and they were housed at the Nevada State Prison in Carson City. Now, what makes this unusual is they were put to death by lethal gas. It is the first gas chamber execution in the history of the United States. It took place in Carson City, Nevada, for a murder that happened in Mina, Nevada, right here. I don't know where the laundry is, and I don't know if anybody knows anymore, but that's a pretty interesting little claim to fame for a little town of 127 now. 25 miles of dirt road to go. And then I turn around and got 25 miles of dirt road to come out. So we're doing 50 miles off-road today. Welcome to Nevada. I finally went around a corner where I got a good enough peek at this, and what do you know? Oh. Yeah, I'll tighten it up a little bit. We can't have much farther to go. I tightened the straps and then came a little farther and decided to put a strap over the back of it, and a ratchet strap. Maybe that'll help. I can't have much farther to go. This is already farther than I anticipated. I thought I'd been out here before, but I think it was only about 2/3 of the way. Let's keep on going. That's all we can do. Come on, buddy. Would you look at this? I'm about here. Doesn't say how much farther there is, but I can't be too far. Holy moly, I'm here. It took me an hour and a half to get here. Other than the 5 or 10 minutes I spent tying down and securing that load, which it made it, by the way, it's all here. Hour and a half, a lot longer than I anticipated. Well, he said I'm far from the first truck that's come in with this stuff barely staying on the trailer. And mine did actually pretty good compared to some others. That's fine. It didn't fall off. We made it. I'm just glad it stopped raining. So they didn't really show this to you before. These are insulation panels, and this is basically just pressed insulation, like fiberglass insulation. Just compressed really tightly with metal sheeting on both sides. And then it all interlocks, and they're gonna build some kind of something building out of it. They don't care. They said it was so cheap it doesn't matter.
You setting that one on top of the others? Yeah, you go through this lane for them.
Wait for them to come out? All right, thanks guys. You too. Thank you. We made it out of there. Still took almost an hour and a half to get unloaded, which is a drag. And we still have about 3.5 to maybe 4 hours to get home. So it's definitely going to be a later day than I thought it would be. This road's been a little bit long. But I have one more stop I want to make. One more. There's ducks in it. What do you say? Oh, I'd say it's about 80, 90 degrees. That's not too bad. So just how often do you get front row parking to a natural hot tub open to the public while at work? Not very often, I tell you. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's a little slippery. Oh. This is a natural hot spring. The tub itself is man-made, obviously. The water is piped in underwater. And it flows out right there into that pond. You can see it steaming. Constantly fresh. This place is very popular in the summertime. Oh, look, I have a visitor. You want to come in? Well, there's something to be said for a hot tub on a cold, blustery afternoon, and I think the rain is coming. But we still got about a 3-hour drive home, so we better get back to it. Unless something exciting happens, I've got a little bit of work left to do tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Morning. Made it home last night. Boy, this truck is filthy. Actually, the rain, running through the rain, cleaned up a good bit of it. One of my lights finally just rattled out completely, so I guess that is my cue for doing something different with that. I've been meaning to for a while. Today we're gonna go move the stage. There's an event going on downtown and they just need the stage for the weekend. So I'm gonna go pick up Scott. Remember rental truck Scott? His rental truck has been turned in. His truck is almost done. So he's just kind of hanging out waiting for his truck to finish. And since this stage needs to be brought back on Sunday and I won't be here, he's gonna do it for me. I need to put the hitch in the back of the pickup. Yeah, I'm not even gonna clean out all my garbage. I've been working on a sprinkler project and some other stuff. So I'm just gonna throw the hitch in here. And then we're gonna run over to Scott's, pick him up, and then go get the trailer. So got another couple hours worth of work to do. Well, that sure beats muscling this dumb thing around. Come on, Scott, let's go do this.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. There you go. Because I'm leaving out of town, we're gonna go through the haps on how this thing works. Learn the ropes on this deal. So the first thing we gotta do is, since all the landing gear are hydraulic, we gotta start the motor. And the battery's always dead on it. So, but it should, gas is on, it should pull fine. What are these guys doing here? Oh, look at that. We caught a little dirt truck in action. Here's City Hall. There's where this event is going to take place. This is the parking lot where other stuff's going to take place, and the trailer's supposed to go in this corner by the tree, kind of kitty corner. We don't exactly know where yet. The guy I'm supposed to meet isn't here. Zip isn't here yet. But I'm going to at least get the trailer in here and we'll kind of start getting things situated. We're situated, jackknifed in there just right. Vendor booths are going to start, vendor tents are going to start right here. The stage, that corner will open up down to about here.
Piece of cake.
Hey, we got it. Got it done.
Good
got it
job.
done, Scott.
All
Hey,
right.
appreciate you helping me out, man.
All right, have a good trip.
Hey, thanks. We'll
right.
see. Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Right on.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
The soft pitter patter of rain. Can you hear it? I'm in the barn, under the roof, the tin roof. I didn't want to stand over there and stand in the rain and talk to you guys, so figured I'd do it right here. That's it. That's all I got for this week, and that really wasn't too bad considering when I got up Tuesday morning, I had nothing planned. Yesterday was, wow, that was 50 miles. I did 50 miles off-road yesterday. The truck shows it, but it sure, it'll wash off. If you're enjoying these videos, if you're enjoying the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Every little bit helps. So thank you. And share it. If you know somebody that might enjoy this too, please share it. That'd be great. That's it. Next week is another mystery. What I had thought planned out for next week isn't going to work. So next week is another big question mark, and come join me and let's discover what I'm going to do to earn a living. How I'm going to make a buck with a truck next week. I would like to know. All right, that's it, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I hope the sun's shining where you are. We're headed to the Oregon coast. Perfect weather for that. Perfect weather for that. All right, that's it. Until next week, see ya.
In the meantime, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. Catch you on the flip-flop.